Hi everyone. Today we're talking about Ramana Maharshi, born Venkataraman in 1879, an Indian sage whose life centered on one simple question: who am I? He had a pretty normal childhood and wasn't especially religious. But at 16, in July 1896, something dramatic happened. He was hit by a sudden, intense fear of death. Instead of panicking, he turned inward and looked closely at the feeling of I. In that moment, he realized his true self wasn't the body, but a steady, unchanging awareness. That realization stayed with him permanently. About 6 weeks later, he quietly left his home in Madurai and went to the sacred mountain Arunachala, a place he'd always felt a deep connection to. He ended up spending the rest of his life there. At Arunachala, he lived simply, often in silence, moving between caves and shrines, resting in a deep inner peace. People naturally felt drawn to him and his calm presence. Over time, they began calling him Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. His main teaching was self-enquiry, summed up by the question, who am I? The practice is to gently turn attention back to the source of the I thought. As the ego quiets down, what remains is our true nature, clear, peaceful awareness. He kept life simple, spoke little, and stayed peaceful even through hardship and pain. Later in life, he developed a painful throat cancer and chose to refuse medicine, remaining serene throughout. Ramana Maharshi passed away on April 14, 1950. At that exact time, many people in the region reported seeing a striking shooting star with a bright, luminous tail. His legacy lives on at Sri Ramanasramam, the ashram at the foot of Arunachala, built at the site where his mother was buried, and through the many people who continue to practice self-enquiry. If there's one takeaway from his life, it's this: look within and ask, who am I? In that simple question, the peace he lived becomes something you can discover for yourself.